My mom says my house is hers after I raised the rent. I bought a small starter home during the housing market crash, completely by myself. I lived there for the better part of a decade before buying a larger home with my now husband. My parents really wanted to live there because it was small and easy to maintain. They have foreclosured in the past, so no way would they be capable of someone giving them a mortgage. Also, my dad is retired and my mom doesn't work. They wanted to rent from me. For a discounted rent, they paid off the mortgage, let's say $50K, with an over six-figure inheritance my parents got. A lease was written explaining that it was a prepayment of rent, and their rent would be only the taxes and insurance, and they would pay $350 per month of us. Basically, only going up when taxes, insurance going up. We signed the lease, with all the other typical stuff in it, and had it notarized, and that's how it's been for a while now. So, to be clear, I'm not making a fucking dime on this house. I recently told them the rent would go up by $3. Yes, $3, because of a slight increase in the insurance. My mother lost. Her shit. Claiming I'm a money-hungry bitch, she was going to rip out everything she did, garden and other cosmetic changes, that I owe her and I can't evict her because it's her house. She's not responsible for the insurance, lease says otherwise. Insurance hasn't been raised in a decade. Look at fucking lumber prices. I'm trying to make her pay my personal homeowner's insurance. A court will show me that and give her my house. We have a notarized lease. They are listed as tenants. I am the only one on the deed. My father demanded the bills, 0 balls this man has, to see if I'm ripping them off. P.S. This house is a commutable distance from fucking Manhattan, so a studio apt around here is like $1,500. This is a house with a large yard for their dog. I can easily get $2K for this house, even before they moved in. I sent them copies of the taxes and insurance showing only their address. P.S. I'm charging them discounted taxes. You get a discount for paying in full 90 days early. I told them to add and divide by 12 and told my mother to talk to a lawyer so they can slap them straight. I guess my father agreed with me because now she's divorcing my father. Update. First, I want to thank everyone. I was mainly just venting because I was very upset after the exchange and have been dealing with some health issues, which my parents know about, so it's just a range of emotions right now. I keep getting a lot of the same questions. They have lived there for 4 years now. My mom has always been entitled and an alcoholic. Weekends and summers were spent with family. My aunt admitted when I was an adult it was to keep us from being around the alcohol. I mainly did this for my father, so he can get a chance to retire after having heart surgery, when he worked a physically demanding job for 36 years. They asked to rent the house and pay it off as a prepayment of mortgage, so the only big bill monthly was their health insurance. I had a few others interested in renting my house. I did not ask them for this. They did not co-sign on the mortgage or help with the down payment. Their name is not on my house deed. There have been rent increases in the past due to the taxes and insurance going up, and there was never an issue before. My husband's dad unfortunately passed away without getting to enjoy his retirement, a big reason why my husband told my dad he needs to retire and enjoy life a little. And his inheritance helped pay the down payment on our new house. My mom has a history of putting shit on me, and $3 is, I guess, my line in the sand. I started paying $200. Week after I graduated HS until I moved out at 20. I worked about 65 HRs a week on top of school to do this. And yes, shockingly, Sess, they foreclosed when I moved out. I stupidly put her on my phone plan and basically paid her phone for 2 years until the contract ended because she only paid me for 3 months out of those 2 years. She promised money for my wedding and never delivered. They didn't pay for college. They stopped paying for clothes/school expenses when I was 16 because I had a job. I know this is all a red flag parade, but I trusted my dad more than her, I guess, and thought I was doing a good thing. I also want to keep this house BC. I love it and want to move back one day. It's just too small for us as a young family. Or allow my child to live there when they go to college and want to have fun without parents hanging around or racking up dorm costs. Also, she threatens divorce all the time. I doubt she'll actually go through with it.